Hey traders, I'm Charting Man Dan of the Chart Guys, trader and technical analyst for the last 13 years. In this video, we're going to check in on the broader market. We had further rotation into growth names and continuing to look towards our next laggard sector. I did some buying today. I'll let you know where. So we'll start off with a trade review with the laggard sector. We've been keeping an eye on the solar sector. Pretty much a week ago we were watching solar, we're watching the Chinese sector. Chinese sector bulls saw some nice follow through, and it was just the solar sector left on my radar as far as laggards that have not participated in the bull market at all in 2023. And so I have not traded anything to do with the solar sector at any point this year. Today is the first day, and Tan had one of his most bullish days of the year. Part of that is a little bit of luck, but it also is weekend preparation. I put out a video for the Chart Guys members highlighting how this was my top watch for the start of this week. And the reason was all the time frames were aligning with what we want to see. We have a monthly equilibrium as the most likely scenario. So I am scouting a monthly higher low compared to 62.97 as the most likely. To set a monthly higher low, I need a bullish pattern to be shaping up on the weekly time frame. I look at the weekly chart, I see that we've been breaking support with zero follow through for the bears. And so I then scout a potential falling wedge. And on the weekly time frame, that's exactly what is trying to shape up here. We've got our bear breaks with no follow through. We've got our downtrending resistance line to be keeping an eye on. And we're knocking on the door of this downtrend resistance line right now. And 74.28 is the highest level that we've seen in the last 2.5 months. And we're testing that level right now. If that breaks bull, there's two ways this plays out. We either get continued weekly equilibrium for a boring end of the year, or it breaks bull and we get a real good entry. So that was the setup. I just started with the monthly, I went to the weekly, and then I went to the daily. And the daily was a rejection from resistance on Friday. And I was saying if we can backtest and hold EMA 12 and then break that double top, we'll have a confirmed daily uptrend. We'll be breaking weekly resistance. We'll be shaping up the monthly higher low. And so I was, first thing on the morning, we started red and quickly went to green. And I was sitting there not wanting to chase. And my entry was 71.66 or so. And then I reminded myself, this is a swing trade. I can't be worrying about the 5-minute time frame for a swing trade. And so I just bought. And it was, normally I would say that's chasing on the 5-minute time frame. But again, if I'm making this trade based on the monthly, weekly, and daily, the 5-minute time frame doesn't mean anything. And so I ended up taking a third of my profit in the 73.60s. And so now my break even is right around this low, and that's where my stop goes. Because if we lose that daily higher low from here, that is a red flag for me. There's a lot of setups right now that are seeing a rejection from resistance into a bull flag, into a breakout. That's why I went into ARC on the weekly time frame. Same setup on the weekly. Fail resistance, hold EMA 12 on the bull flag, and then break out. And so there's a number of other names that are still watching for this kind of setup. CCJ on the weekly time frame failed its decade high, but look at the daily. If this holds daily EMA 12, it's a rejection from resistance into a bull flag attempt. PENN, rejection from daily resistance, trying to set a daily higher low. It's a red flag that Penn was red today because growth names saw a lot of strength today on the morning and Penn was not participating. But essentially, in this current market environment, anything that forms a double top, I'm interested in it as long as it's a bull flag right under that resistance. And that's the reason we're interested in gold. Monthly is a double top into a bull flag attempt, holding EMA 12. Can we break the triple top at all-time highs for a new all-time high? I entered some metals positions today for their daily higher low attempts. There's a lot of names forming daily higher low attempts right now as well. And it's, again, our back burners. NIO, hourly oversold conditions this morning, trying to set a daily higher low off EMA 12. Psychedelic name MNMD, daily higher low, hourly oversold on Friday, right off EMA 12. And Baba trying for the daily higher low, right off EMA 12, hourly oversold. You get the idea. This is exactly what bulls want to be seeing. Buying the dip, hourly oversold, daily EMA 12, keep the uptrend going. And we're going to continue looking for laggards and higher lows as long as the broader market stays strong. And right now, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are up at 52-week highs. Not all-time highs just yet. Just a heads up, I'm going to be going live tomorrow morning, public on this YouTube channel at 9 a.m., doing a pre-market rundown and covering the stock market open. I'm mostly in swing trade mindset right now, so I'm not sure I'll be taking any day trades, but there are some swing trades I'm potentially interested in. I'm watching for hourly higher lows on CCJ, on MNMD, AI. We'll get to that in just a moment. So I might enter some swing trades on the morning, but regardless, I'll be live streaming the market coverage, and you're welcome to stop on by and see if you learn anything. So daily stair-step pattern in SPY and QQQ, bulls in full control. Semiconductors started some daily consolidation, but bulls quickly bought that dip as NVDA did not break the low of yesterday. We had a ton of space for an hourly lower high on NVDA. We set it, we held support, and now the bulls are trying to regain the hourly uptrend and keep this daily chart strong. So no daily consolidation on NVDA, which means SMH daily consolidation gets no follow through. Healthcare still on the weaker side. It was down today, the only major sector down on my screen. Again, we're watching this weekly equilibrium, which is likely to break here within the next few weeks. And the direction that we break is going to be telling, but still range bound for now. The financial sector is trying for a daily bull flag. Gap at 34.18. Still didn't fill by a couple pennies, but hourly, I'm watching this for an equilibrium. High, low, lower high, and we're scouting a higher low tomorrow. And KRE, another example, look at the daily chart for the regional banks. Resistance, reject from resistance. Is this a daily bull flag holding EMA 12 to break to the highest level that we've seen in over 3 months? It's entirely possible. KRE is another name I'm watching for a potential swing trade entry tomorrow. And the beautiful thing about these setups is saying that's either a daily bull flag or I'm wrong, and having a stop really close by. I love being told that I'm wrong right away, as soon as possible. I don't want to be holding a red position for 3 weeks before I find out that I'm wrong. I want to know within a day or two. And so putting a stop under that level will potentially play out with a resistance break or quickly stop out without too much of a loss. So KRE is on watch for this cup and handle like pattern that keeps showing up in the market on all these different time frames. IWM, daily bull flag confirmed. If this growth rotation is going to continue, and again, today we saw intra-sector rotation, and the NASDAQ rebalancing was on full display as far as what we're expecting. And to start the morning, it was red in our big tech names, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, NVDA. They were all red, and growth names were shooting up. And so a lot of people are anticipating that with this rebalancing, we're going to see a lot of the big names decreased in their holdings, or at least the big 7, and we're going to see the bottom tier, the growth names, the smaller cap names, increase in their holding size. If that's the case, the buying pressure of these different ETFs adjusting for the new rebalancing weight will have a positive impact. And so in my opinion, the market today was saying, we think that's going to happen, and we're buying for that. So IWM, if this growth rotation is going to continue, this monthly equilibrium that's been forming for a year needs to break bull. And so we're watching 198 and 198.74 double top. And if that level breaks, that's going to give continued confidence in this growth rotation. ARKK broke the low of Friday by a few pennies, pretty much a double bottom. And this is an annoying alert. So plenty of space for a daily high or low. If we were to see significant follow through, I'm going to move my stop loss up. Again, right now my stop is here. If we get follow through 51 plus, I'll probably move my stop up to 48.20 just to keep locking in gains, moving up that stop. But bigger picture, at this point, ARKK sights are set on 53.86 resistance. to try and see that monthly or that 4-month bounce follow through. So still swing trade there with the growth names. PLTR. So here was an inability to break weekly resistance convincingly last week. Weekly bull flag trying to confirm. Technically did, but no follow through. Into a daily bull flag with some more follow through. So now we're looking up towards 18 psychological. PLTR remains a lead AI bull. And AI itself giving us a 2-day equilibrium and trying to form a 2-day higher low. Big green day today, but hourly trend change has to confirm to the bulls. If it does, the 2-day higher low will be set, and I'm just going to be viewing it like this in a tightening equilibrium that will eventually break probably within I'd say within 10 trading days, within 7 trading days. Whatever it is, we know that volatility leads to tightening ranges that then break and lead to volatility again, which means opportunity. So watching AI for an hourly higher low attempt tomorrow to see if that 2-day higher low can shape up. Crypto stocks were weak today. I was shorting these names because an hourly lower high was the most likely scenario after the big drop on Friday, and because Bitcoin was showing us some weakness and on the verge of weekly consolidation, which is now underway. And so for MARA, where I got it was this little 15-minute bear flag here, and then scaled out into the weakness here, knowing that we were hitting first hourly oversold conditions, and that's technically a back burner. First hourly oversold, looking for a daily higher low. EMA 12 is still support. So bulls are watching for a daily higher low in crypto stocks, keeping in mind Bitcoin is going to be a factor here. But if we hold daily EMA 12, Riot and MARA will remain strong overall. And coin daily inside bar today, same thing. If it breaks bear, we'll scout the daily higher low. Just playing with the trend. There are opportunities to play, counter the trend, for hourly consolidation, it's certainly worthwhile. I was shorting MARA against the daily trend, but we know to play the daily trend looking for higher lows as long as the broader market is strong and as long as the individual name has an uptrend intact. Chinese name, so again, BABA, hourly oversold, trying to shape up the daily higher low, and a lot of other Chinese names doing that as well. NIO, XPEV, the EV name, double bottom to the penny at 1358 and a solid bounce off that level of multiple percent. Have to be cautious of head and shoulders here, but still holding support for now. Keep in mind that we have earnings on Netflix and Disney's going to react. We have earnings on Tesla and XPEV and NIO are going to react. Both of those earnings are on Wednesday. So heads up. MNMD, as I mentioned, daily higher low, ATAI, low cap psychedelic name, daily inside bar bull break right off EMA 12 for the higher low. Again, these are just classic uptrends, and they're finding their higher lows exactly where we want them to and exactly where we know to be looking for them. Cannabis is extremely weak still. MSOS daily uptrend is lost. Psychedelic names are clearly stronger than cannabis names. If you are interested in the highest risk, highest reward sectors in the market, it's a very stark difference where some of these Canadian names are falling apart, but overall, psychedelic names much stronger. The dollar is a potential daily bear flag. 4-hour trend change confirmed to the bulls with 0 follow through. We're going to be scouting a daily lower high in the dollar, and we're scouting daily higher lows in gold and silver and miners. Ideally, bulls want to hold EMA 12 and see follow through. And again, at this point, my mindset is this is either a monthly cup and handle or I'm wrong. So if we were to drop down and break 1893, I'm wrong and I stop out of my metals positions. And I've got long-term no-touch metals positions, and I've got now from today just grabbing some anti-FOMO positions. Essentially, if this is quick daily higher lows, I want exposure to gold and silver. If we keep pulling back looking for a daily higher low, I will add a bit more in the miners, bouncing, trying for the daily higher low as well. So as long as the dollar is weak, I'm looking for the gold to try and give us an all-time high. It's just The shorts are just all lined up at that resistance. And I think we can see some decent follow through on a triple top bull break into new all-time highs. I like the risk reward is essentially what it boils down to. Your risk is $18.93 and your reward is multiple hundreds of dollars. Oil looking for a daily high or low. Stair step bear break on Friday. EMA 12, still support. Watching the retracement size, no red flags at this point. And natural gas still in daily consolidation. If we are green tomorrow, I'll be scouting a falling wedge because that would be a bear break straight into a bounce and a bear break straight into a bounce. But for now, the bears do still have short-term control and we are in a daily downtrend. It's a scenario where we're in a weekly uptrend and a daily downtrend. So we're using the daily time frame to try and help us pinpoint a weekly high or low shaping up. So that's where we stand overall. And again, I'm well aware that there's euphoria out there, but just because there's euphoria doesn't mean trade counter trend. It means use stop losses. We'll see when momentum shifts. Again, I know I'm a broken record, but so many people don't understand the concept that bears are not sneaky. We will see volume. We will see all major sectors dropping at the lows at the same time. We're not going to get caught off guard. I mean, there might be a big red day out of nowhere, but that would mean all major sectors are dropping at the lows at the same time early in the day as a signal. QQQ started the morning. Oh, there's a turnaround. Quick new low of the day. All right, bears confirm the 5-minute downtrend and gain control. They never did. We never confirmed a 5-minute downtrend at any point in the day. They had control for 10 minutes, and the bulls took over from there. And even here, big enough pullback to scout a 5-minute lower high and a downtrend attempt, just couldn't pull it off. I'm bullish as long as the trends dictate to be bullish. I'm scouting daily higher lows as long as the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are in daily uptrends. Growth names clearly are getting some attention. And we'll see if solar can have this move last more than one day. Solar, the goal here is to head up. And even if it's a monthly lower high, watching for, potentially around the $80 zone. And we've also got a webinar on Thursday. But I'll tell you more about that tomorrow pre-market for the live stream. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to do good things. Hope you had a great weekend.